Hi, my name is Tamra with Tamra's Designs, and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to be taking part of this Junetober 2025 put on by the Paper Bee and Petals and Parchment, and you're joining me for my day, which is June 3rd, and I am going to be working with the Dark Romance Made by Petals, and you can find all the information in the Paper Bee Creative page. All the links can be found in the description in my videos. So sorry if I sound a little nervous. I normally do Facebook Lives, so even though I've had 2 years of doing those, I'm just a little nervous, so sorry about that. But Made by Dell provided these beautiful images. There's 2 different folios, some gorgeous backing papers, and then they were so nice to provide us how to put together the folio with the mentioning of the pockets and which pocket, along with the numbers. And I just love the ephemera that was provided with this beautiful freebie. And yes, this is not great images. My printer and I had a little disagreement, so it's been reprinted. But I just really love this. So for those that do know me from my Facebook page, sometimes me staying simple is difficult, but I'm going to try that here. So I went ahead and used this one for my folio, and I backed it with this beautiful purple. Words. So first we need to score it, and I do have a scoring board, but sometimes I just like to take and find where the line is myself and press it where that line is and make my own creases. And I will let you know, I printed this on Epson Photomat paper, double-sided, so that way I could have a little bit stiffer folio than I normally would, what we would get with the copy paper. And I did not want to use my normal cardstock because that 65-pound weight just is a little too bulky for a folio. Oh, see, and I didn't use my scoreboard, but that's all right. I will get this to work, maybe. So yes, I just want to say thanks to the Paper Bee and Petals and Parchment for asking me to be part of this YouTube hop, and hopefully this will be the little bit of a gentle nudge that I need to actually be making more YouTube content. We'll see. So I just folded it on those lines, and according to the little diagram, the pockets go here, and then the side tucks go over here. And for those that do watch my Facebook, you know, I don't normally do things the way they're said, but I'm going to try to behave myself today. Oh, with that being said, I'm going to take a stamp, because I would like to stamp this spider web right over here. And of course, you know it, I forgot to grab out my stamping block. I just thought this could use a little bit of fun inside. And the other reason I decided to try to keep this simple is so that way everyone has a place to put the page, the ephemera, and everything else that's going to be available for freebies in the group. And we just need a nice place to put everything. So, with that being said, let's see if I can get this stamped. Oh. I knew I should have gotten my platform out. And a little bit about me. I actually am on the design team for Petals and Parchment. And still not perfect. I must have missed some spot. Well, that's all right. I can cover that up with something else. I'm also on a couple other design teams, but I'm not going to, list them all. And that block, oh no. Sorry, I don't know if this is going to work. And I'm debating whether I want to get the platform out or not. Because as you can see, I don't do very good at stamping without the platform. And I am using archival ink just because I do not want this to run anywhere. And sorry, I have to turn this around so I can see what I am doing. I do not plan on adding any liquid to this, but you never know what I may end up doing. So I have been junk journaling for, oh wow, coming upon 3 years now. Not perfect, but way better than the last one. Set that aside. And I did go ahead and ink around the folio with Villainous Potion, and I did not back the pockets because my thoughts are I want to keep this as slim as possible so you have more room for the papers. And these go here. Or ephemera, whatever you will be putting in your pockets. And then these have either been inked with Villainous Potion or Dusty Concord. And I am notorious for gluing my pockets closed, so I'm going to try to not do that. I get to talking, and next thing I know, my pocket is glued shut, and yep. Oh man, I should have figured this out. And I should have marked that score line on the inside so I can see where it's at. And maybe so you guys could have seen where it's at too. This one does not have to stay below the spider web. at least with this other pocket here, I kind of have an idea. Well, maybe. Let's move you up. Nope, let's move you down. And we're going to say, that's good, it's down. The quilting part of me says I should get the ruler out and figure out where this should be perfectly aligned. And I have been really working on trying to let that perfection part go by the wayside, or let go of having everything perfect. So and I'm using Barely Art, so that does allow me a little bit of time to adjust things. And when I saw this freebie, I was just ecstatic that it was in purples. One of the last quilts I worked on was purples. So even though this is a tuck per se, I'm going to glue it on 3 sides to make it, to secure it a little bit better. Get rid of the excess glue. So I hope you guys are enjoying the beginning of the Junetober 2025. I am so looking forward to seeing what everybody else creates and all the beautiful freebies that will be available. And you can, if you want, you could put washi tape along these edges. I only used copy paper, so it's not really thick. It's like a 20 weight copy paper. And I cannot cut a straight line, and most of the time I can't glue a straight line. And it looks like I will have to do a little trimming on the back. And you can decorate these and put the pockets wherever you wanted. I figured my nerves were going to be getting me, so following Made by Dell's little diagram would be the safest route for me. And as you can see, I still can't follow directions. I have a wonky pocket over here. That's right. Embrace the wonky. Which is literally what I'm going to do. Because if you have a spider web here, you're not going to notice that that's got that big of a gap there. Sometimes I get creating and I forget to talk. I even do that on the lives. But this is... Ooh, that came out awesome. And I better put my glue pen in my bottle or it will end up drying on me. Or I will lose the glue pen. So there we have 3 pockets, 3 more tuck spots. That I'm hoping to use as a closure. And yes, I did pre-cut everything and pre-ink it. Just to kind of have an idea of where I was going. And then, oh, no, I wish I would have remembered I had that. Washi pieces. Before I do any more decorating, I better take these out or I'll end up with them glued in. I better trim this so I know exactly where the exact size. And thankfully was just enough contrast I could see where it's going or where I was trimming. Thinking I really wanted to put this here, and now I'm wishing I would have gotten my purple cheesecloth out. There's just so many different pieces that you could use to embellish your pockets. This part I hadn't figured out. I still have the outside that I could embellish too. Ooh, I forgot about my little... You're too big. So you can decorate this however you want. There's just so many different ideas that person could have, because this would be fun here with the brad, and then it could flip out. But like I said, I'm going to keep this simple. That way I can put things in it. And I do need to cover, well, I don't really need to, but maybe that's a perfect way to hide the oopsie from stamping. And there's a whole outside too. The ideas I've had while prepping for this have just been running wild. Now is that, yes, that's the right way. Don't want my clock to be upside down. But paper does cover paper. So you could put a pockets here. You could take one of these journaling cards and make it into a pocket or a tuck. there's this whole, there's the whole outside that could still be added to. But I'm just giving you different ideas. I do really like this here though. These birds. Oh. The bird's bigger than the whole project. So many different ideas. And a closure, I thought about that. And I decided the best way to keep this closed would be a piece of grungy sari silk that can be adjusted as the folio grows. And give it a separate extra. You could put purple bling on here. There's just, yeah. Now this is recycled sari silk, and they sew the pieces together to get you that length. And as I was mentioning, you could put a pocket back here. And one of the reasons I was thinking of that, but my board is too big. So I will have to figure that out too, because I had thought about putting our Junetober game on the back of there. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe it was smaller, but we do have a game that we are playing. And I'm gonna lose my bat. Well, let's just put the bat over here. There's a printable for this cute little envelope. And I've just hung a little spider from it. And in here, we can keep the tokens to fill the inside of our game. And as I said, today is my day, June 3rd. So here is my day's game piece. And I just realized it did not get inked. And that will never do. And like I said, everything will be linked in the description. They have just done a wonderful job of getting this all put together. So then my piece will go right here. And then you'll have to, if you're just catching the Junetober 2025, please go back and watch the first days and give a like and a follow and leave a comment to all the people in the YouTube Hop, because that does mean a lot to some of these pages or channels. And there's all these days left of wonderful videos to inspire you to get ready for the upcoming creepy October. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And this is it's just a rough idea. I don't want to, I I just want it to be kind of simple so that way you can have it, decorate it with your ideas. So thanks for watching, and if you would, give me a like, a subscribe, and even leave a comment. Have a blessed day and enjoy the hop.